Well, friends, we're there again. All the insanity that we had going around the cough and other situations where you just weren't allowed to talk about certain subjects on our illustrious platform. We've added a new, there's been added a new restriction. There's something we're not allowed to talk about anymore. And so you're going to find a lot of your content creators starting to shy away from this subject because we're hearing about folks getting community strikes. We're seeing people having videos taken down. And this has just been within the last 24 to 48 hours. Serious stuff. Friends, we're not allowed to talk about Miss Big K anymore. So if you want to actually post a video from their past, you can't do that anymore. That will earn you a... this is from one of the creators that you're probably familiar with. I won't mention who it is, but we're all kind of one big family here. But Big K, won't say the name, is being heavily protected on YouTube. If you post anything that is against her in any way, they will remove it and give you a warning or a strike. I played a clip that actually really happened, and they're saying it's egregious misinformation and impending election interference. That's right, friends. Can't talk about the truth, can't talk about that. Everyone on this side of the spectrum is not allowed to talk about the election anymore. Everyone on that side of the spectrum is going to get heavily promoted on this platform talking about. Because as you know, and I know, Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, is the most experienced and the best presidential candidate out there, right? That's the facts, and you know that, and I know that. Her years in the Vice White House, and the fact that she is got the right demographics for it. We can only say good things about her. So, where does this leave us? As you know, folks like me just aren't going to shut up. So, what we did back during the cough is what we will do going forward as well. We will talk about Big K. We will say what we need to say, but realize that there are limits to how clear we can be, and there are some borders here that we can't cross and stay on this platform. My videos are actually being syndicated over on Rumble once again. This is not... YouTube's made it very difficult for me to just auto-syndicate, so I'm actually on a Rumble channel. I need to look up what channel that is and get that out to you. I'll hopefully pin that down in the comment down below, or I will dig it up and get you guys information on that if you want to be checking out there. I only make one type of video, so it won't be uncensored over there and censored over here. It will be the same. Yeah, I know that's very frustrating for a lot of you folks. It's very convenient to be here on YouTube. This is where most people are, and yet we have to play by their rules because apparently they're able to give this massive campaign contribution with no oversight, and that's just the way it is. That's what the Supreme Court ruled this past year, so that is the way it is. Other platforms can do basically the same thing. Facebook, Meta, they're giving a massive campaign contribution in the form of advertising and promotion of content over there. But all we can do is just kind of warn other creators. And so this is partially a warning to other creators that haven't been talking to other creators that this is happening out there. If you want to avoid getting kicked off YouTube, if you don't want to get strikes or warnings, be aware that this is another landmine out there, and we want to get word out on that. And I want all the viewers, as much as possible, to be aware that that we're not wanting to do this. We're not wanting to avoid topics. We're not wanting to have to use funny speech. We don't want to have to be vague and insinuate things and ask people to do their own research and dig into things themselves. But Big K has history, right? And definitely check out Tulsi Gabbard and her debate conversation out there. If you're not familiar with some of the valid points that she raised in the past, that's worth a search. Twitter is much more free over there, so you can access much more. And if you actually look up my Twitter account, look for the Poplar Report over on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. It's just Twitter. Just type Twitter into your search bar on the internet, and it will go right to Twitter. Right. Make sure you check. Make sure you're following along. I am reposting a lot of stuff, a lot of information over there. Some of the stuff I can't talk about over here now, apparently. So be aware of that. We're going to do our best. We're going to keep plowing forward. This is where people are, and until that really changes, I'll be here. Now, I've told you guys before that my number one backup, is the Poplar Prepper channel. So if you search Poplar Prepper, at the end of this video, I'm going to put a link up to Poplar Prepper, which is my channel, but it is practical how-to type tips, and it's not so much news. But that channel over there is my backup channel here on YouTube. So if this channel gets silenced one way or another, you'll see me just kind of start posting more over there. I am posting 2 videos a week. I'm trying to keep up practical how-to videos and discussions over there. So make sure you're subscribed over at Poplar Prepper. Also, make sure you are following along on Twitter. And there's also the email list, an email newsletter that I put out. I used to put it out once a week when I had help. It's been less frequent than that since then. So if you're getting them occasionally, like once a month, unfortunately that you're getting all of them. But make sure you're signed up for that as well. All right, friends, we'll keep moving forward with things. We'll keep trying our best. Be patient with other creators that are trying to figure their way through this as well. We're not getting clear guidance from YouTube on this. YouTube is not telling us anything. They've just slammed these censorships into place, these soft walls, and with community strikes and censorship happening out there, and being warned of actually being blocked. That's not really a soft wall either. That is a major change in policies. And this really shows you that the election has just finally begun, right? That the real election has just begun. And we're going to see, I know a lot of you guys are talking about how you're seeing a lot of ads for Big K on this platform suddenly. And now that the money has been released and the real candidate has been exposed, that is going to be happening very, very a lot. They need to promote their new candidate out there a lot, and so expect that to just kind of ramp up as we go into this fall season. That's what it's going to be. They're going to try to win this thing, or at least get it close enough that they can fix things elsewise, right? Keep the faith, keep moving forward, keep doing what you can to make things as not close as possible, so that we can actually get the will of the people in. Big K was not selected by the people. Big K was selected by the party bosses, and so we are in a situation where people who are all about democracy are not practicing democracy in any way, shape, or form, which is truly ironic when you think about it, right? And we all kind of see the hypocrisy there. But more and more, we're not allowed to talk about the hypocrisy. Who are we not allowed to criticize? Because those are the people that really are ruling the country. That are really ruling our society. And that's very eye-opening, right? So we're going to keep being the court jesters and pointing out the inconvenient facts to the masses as best we can. At least on this channel. I know other channels that I've spoken with are going to keep doing what they can out there as well. But we have to kind of dance around the guidelines. You know, we have to stay just inside the guidelines, and we have to find what's still acceptable and what can we do without crossing over into what we're not allowed to talk about. We're not allowed to talk about the the AA against Donald Trump that happened the other week, right? We're not allowed to use that word anymore. What are we allowed to talk about anymore? We're only allowed to praise the people that they want us to praise. We're only allowed to criticize the people they want us to criticize. And that is the country that we live in, and that is the country that they are proposing to establish even more so. The limitations that we have from these corporations, from these platforms, they want to make those laws. So if you think it's annoying me having to talk like this, and believe me, I've lived in dictatorships before, okay? And we had to talk like this on a regular basis about lots of different things. You pick up the phone, you had to use code for talking to other people so that you wouldn't get into trouble, right? You had to obscure what you were saying. And here we are in the United States doing the very same thing. I did practice this when I was living in a dictatorship overseas. I didn't think I would ever really need to do that here in the U.S. And yet, here I sit before an American flag talking about Big K, talking about the AA that happened against Donald Trump. And this is the reality. And this is what they're selling to us. In November, we have a choice. Do you want more of this? Do you want more of this silencing of everyone who disagrees with them? Or do you want us to move back towards the founding principles of the United States of freedom and of liberty? I covered the story over in Italy just the other day, where the journalist getting fined 5,000 euros for calling the prime minister short. Didn't even say you're short, but rather you're only X meters tall. I can't even see you. In response to an insult that or a threat that they received. The prime minister able to threaten people and to try to put people in their place, and then when people kind of hit back a little bit by insulting them a little bit, they're now having to pay monetary fines. Isn't this what you wanted? Aren't you entertained? Because the masses, by and large, seem to want these things. And that's the scary thing about it. They think that people should be silenced. They think that you should not be allowed to criticize this party. And you should only be allowed to criticize this party. You can't speak out before this party. I remember just a video this past week that I saw of this woman. She found out that a doctor... I forget, they were not in a medical setting, but she found out the doctor in the group was a Trump supporter. And because of that, she started questioning how could he possibly have a medical license if he's for Donald Trump? Like, how can he have a medical license? Yeah, that's what we're up against, friends. They're not coming for him. They're coming for us. And we need to push back. We need to speak clearly as we can. We need to use all the media and all of the opportunities we can to speak out. And if you dare pull up videos of Big K from before and try to put those online, you will, quote, they will remove it and give you a warning or a strike. They're saying it will be called egregious misinformation and impeding election interference. Well, friends, there you have it. That's what's going on. I just want to be straight with you about what is happening and what we're talking about here and how we're talking about it and why we're talking about it. And so that you can understand what other channels out there are doing. And if you are one of the other creators that, if you have a channel that you're working on and you're sharing some stuff, be aware that this is a big landmine that is out there now. We're still trying to figure out exactly where the edges are on this thing, but a few of the creators that you know and love have gotten punched in the face by this over the last 48 hours. So we're figuring things out. We'll keep moving forward, but we'll have to adapt and overcome. Right, folks? Let's keep going. And thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out my Poplar Prepper channel, if you haven't already subscribed over there and started following along with the practical tips on how to get more prepared, check that out right there. If you want to check out our video from this channel, there's one right up there. I'll see you guys over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.